everyone. Getting a little preview of what the journey, where this journey will take you. And also want to give a shout out to, there are a lot of folks here who have supported our group of students throughout these past 14 weeks. So anyone who's friends, family of one of our students, could you all raise your hands? Thank you all. This is it's a big sacrifice to go through this program. So we've got 8 students who are going to be presenting today, and they have spent their last 14 weeks. This is a full-time job. This is not like class a few hours a day. We're online working full-time and then some. I would say more than 40 hours a week. That includes 500 plus hours of training and thousands. I think that updated number is 21,000 Slack messages sent. So lots of communications among this group and their instructors. And this is a super challenging program. And these students are all in. They quit whatever their previous career was to make this career switch. And that's a really special thing. Not a lot of folks take a leap like that. But we're really excited over those past 14 weeks on where the students have come, and now a chance for you today to get to have a glimpse of that. So I'd like to introduce a few folks who've made this journey possible. So our team here at Awesome Inc., especially our instructional staff. So could I have Justin, Michael, and Keith, would you all join me up here for a second? So on a journey like this, you need an excellent guide, and that is where Justin, Michael, and Keith have come in. So they've served as our instructional team. They've been there in the trenches with our students as they went from the early days of saying HTML, what does that stand for, to later in the program where they're like, why won't this deployment work? And we just need to restart the server. So. So thank you all so much for the time, the effort that you have put in accompanying our students. We really appreciate that work. Thank you, guys. We got a little something. So in addition to our instructional team, we've got a lot of folks who help support this program. So part of that journey starts with Stephen Rue, who's our Director of Marketing and Admissions. So when people find out about the program and go through our application and interview process, Stephen is their guide throughout that journey. We have a chance as well. A lot of folks who have a bent towards software development don't tend to have a great eye for design. There are a few unicorns out there, but that is where our graphic designer, Jacqueline Benson, comes in and helps to provide a little bit of that design eye to our students, and also preparing them to work with designers as part of their future role. And then from this day forward, and also part of the last 6 weeks, Mackenzie Haynes, our Director of Career Development, accompanies our students as they are working on their resume, LinkedIn profiles, going through interviews, and that whole process. So thanks to everyone who's part of this team in making this journey happen for our students. So thank you all. So this program, over the course of those 14 weeks, this is a little look at the technology stack that we train on. We found this to be a good training technology stack, and if you ask our alumni out here in the audience, is this exactly the stack that you use every day? All of them will say no. Everyone ends up learning something new beyond this, as many folks in technology do. But this is where our journey starting with kind of the basics in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, using CSS frameworks like Bootstrap, understanding how Git works, being able to work with the team and manage your revisions, all the way into React, and later Python, Django for back-end frameworks, and then a handful of different deployment services. So we get to cover a lot of material in a very short amount of time. Part of the way that we teach on that is we work on a series of projects. So these start very basic, a little weather app that queries an API. We do the to-do list that is, once you do Hello World, you have to do the to-do list. That's the next step. But beyond that, we have a chance to build some basic games, to build little front-end brochure sites for restaurants, and then get up to some more challenging things. All of our students had a chance to build these common applications. They've all built, give or take, the same thing with their own spin on it. But what you'll see today is a project of their own design. So the capstone projects our students will present today are 8 unique projects. So what comes next? We will have some quick pitches here. So I like to think of this part of the day as the teaser trailer, and we're helping you to see what you might see in that movie. But really the feature is our demo tables. So after we have presentations here, we'll have a chance to head to the demo tables in the room over here. And that's a great place to ask questions, to interact with our grads, and to really find out more about what went into building the application that they'll showcase today. And another note about these presentations, about the projects that you'll see, we had 14 weeks in this program. We built 17 other applications. This final capstone project is not 14 weeks worth of work. It's about 2 to 3 weeks worth of work. So this is an incredible amount to get through on this final project in really a very short amount of time. If you want to go down a long chain discussion, you can ask our students, what would you like to add next to this? And they've got some things to add. So I think that's all that we've got. Justin, Michael, anything else before we move to presentations? All right, cool. Well, here is our presentation order for today. And with no further ado, I'd like to welcome Clayton to talk about his project.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name's Clayton Critchfield. I grew up here in Lexington, Kentucky. I've always come with more traditional business background types of roles, done account management for Toyota, and then did some accounting and inventory management for my dad's business here in Lexington. I've always kind of dabbled a little bit in code for the past few years, but finally I just decided once I landed my first accounting role that it wasn't for me and I wanted to get into technology. So why do I like technology is because it's about solving problems, making things your own, and providing that solution to others. So here is my project. What is Loot Legend? It's a web app that's designed to bring gamers close together through their favorite games. So on the back end, we're using things like Next.js for user authentication, React for the front end, and then I'm also calling from the ROG API, which allows users to search through a little over 500,000 different games and then post that data to the Django REST backend. So essentially, my idea behind it was, as a 28-year-old who still likes to play video games, me and my friends growing up, we don't always have the same time to play games together, and that's the way that we had social interaction. So sometimes you want to play with people and not just play by yourself. So the idea is to help people find friends, post pictures of their loot, share clips, and just keep tabs on their favorite games. So my name's Clayton. Come see me at my booth. I'm the guy with the gold chain.
Hello, everyone. My name is Emery. I'm from Corbin, Kentucky, so about an hour and a half away from here. Before the boot camp, I worked as a troubleshooter in a dishwasher factory. I decided to join the boot camp because I really needed a career change. I've worked in and out of factories since I was in high school. You work a lot of hours, and it's a little rewarding, especially with the pay. So for my capstone project, I designed a web application called Command Center. I wanted to design a web application that I would personally use every day or I found interesting. So I decided to go with something that could stack track your statistics across. As of right now, it just tracks statistics for Rocket League players. I've also added a feature where you can go on a page and look for other people to play with. You post on a message board, and it has your gamer tag so people can add you. My plans for the future with this project, obviously, it's only got one game on it right now. I would like to add stats for across other games as well. And then I want to update the message board so it could have an instant messaging feature where you can message people that you're interested in playing with. I use the same front end. I use React and Django as well. And as far as next steps, like I said, I want to update the Looking for Gamers feature and then add some more games to it. If you have any questions or if you want to get in touch with me, you can scan that QR code for my LinkedIn profile. And if you have any questions, you can meet me at my table.
Hey everybody, my name is Ryan Howard. I am actually local here. Grew up down the street, more or less. So before the boot camp, I worked in a greenhouse. I worked with aquatic plants for a living. But there's not much money in plants, so I decided to make a career change because I'm, trying to buckle down, get my life going. Not that I don't love it, but but that's more or less why I decided to become a software developer because I figured I could, integrate both of them into something I love, which has kind of become my project. So I decided to make a database, sort of for cataloging plants, as well as it's also kind of like a forum where you can post your images or identify plants. But the identification is to come because AI image, what's the word I'm looking for? That's difficult. It's very difficult. But right now I do have a database where you can pull from about a little over 500,000 plants as well. And I got dynamic pages to pull open each plant on the right, for example. It basically just pulls open a dynamic route for each page that you pull up. The forum has much to come with, but right now basically you can just post images and like images, and you can save your favorite posts to your profile page. As far as the tech stack I used, it was more or less what we had. I had to integrate Cheerio and some sort of other back-end library to involve image storage, which was a massive undertaking. I don't recommend it for any boot campers out there. If you do it, come to me. I'll do what I can. Imager, avoid Dropbox and Gcloud. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I basically plan on adding likes and adding an actual forum thing where you can get in touch with other people in the community. And that's it. I'm Ryan Howard. You can scan the QR code. It goes to my GitHub, not my LinkedIn, but you can also find my LinkedIn. But yeah, thank you.
Okay, hey everyone, my name is Brad Kerr. I'm originally from New Zealand. I moved here in 2019. Before the boot camp, I was working at a music store, which was okay for a couple of years, but the pay sucks and it gets pretty boring. So I started venturing out to look for a new career. Most of my past experiences has been with music, so I've got a degree in music production, and I've been a music teacher for quite a few years as well. What led me to Awesome Inc. was actually a terrible Tinder date. So I was looking for a new job, and I just went on this date, and this girl was a programmer, and I wasn't sure what career I was looking for, but she told me to look into programming, which I did. I didn't get the second date, but I got a link to Awesome Inc., which I followed up on. Okay, so my app is called EarElevation. It's targeted towards musicians. The way that it works is it will play a musical concept, so like an interval, a scale, or a arpeggio. I'm aware that those words might not mean anything to anyone unless you've been around music a little bit. But basically it will play like a little audio clip, and then you'll have different options to choose from. and you've got to match the correct audio clip with the correct option. And it will track all your progress, so it will keep a tally of how many you got right, how many you attempted, and the percentage accuracy. And you will be able to log all of that data to your profile, and you can go into your profile tab and see all of that data in real time. And to do that, I had to use a library. So it's a JavaScript library called Tone.js, which allows you to take sine waves and basically just create them by writing out code. So please come check out my project at the booth.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Andrew Ross. I'm from Lexington, Kentucky, but I live in Wilmore, a small town 25 minutes outside of here. I'm honored to share with you my project called In Focus. I'm so honored to present this because this is a culmination of everything I've ever accomplished with videography, photography, and mathematic background. You see, In Focus is more than just an app. It's an expression of my experiences. I've been in photography and videography 13 years, and I wanted to combine it with my love of mathematics and my newfound coding skills. I chose a very difficult path I would not recommend, but to create something that would bridge these worlds together. So what exactly is In Focus, and why does it matter? If you're familiar with the film Photography Days, there was a little device that would help you track how much light you had to make sure how much light you needed to make a correct exposure, because film photography is very difficult and I would not recommend it. But I wanted to bring that concept into the modern world using a simple algorithm and with my coding skills using React and Django, Python Django. This is crucial to have an app like this because we waste so much time in the photography world setting up your settings for your camera, and there's only so many chances or very little chances to capture those treasure memories you all share or with your family and friends. But here's the twist. In Focus is not about just the numbers and the calculations. It's about making photography enjoyable and accessible for everyone. This app uses colors and to indicate whether or not it would be a good setting or not, or something to experiment with for future use. It's a tool to help you grow. I even provided a wiki so that it can get you started in photography. Imagine having an assistant that visually guides you through the process, ensuring that your settings are aligned to capture that perfect shot. But now let's talk about why this matters. Photography is an integral part of our smartphone-driven lives, capturing precious moments that we cherish forever. Whether it's a family vacation, a school play, or a birthday celebration, we want to capture those memories beautifully. And In Focus empowers users to confidently adjust their camera settings, even in challenging lighting conditions, resulting in professional quality photos that truly capture the essence of the moment. Going forward, I want to add Bluetooth capabilities so that way you can connect with your connect with your DSLR cameras, and you can create your own preferences and use the back end with Python Django to save your settings and then implement them with Bluetooth to your cameras. In Focus has been a unique blend of technology, photography expertise, and a deep desire to make photography more approachable and enjoyable for everyone. So whether you're parents capturing family memories or professionals seeking to predict lighting conditions for a perfect shot, In Focus is here to simplify and elevate your photography experiences. Let's capture life's moments beautifully and effortlessly by meeting together at my table. Here's my my LinkedIn. Thank you.
Maybe. There we go. Hi, everyone. My name is Parker Center. I am born and raised here in Lexington, and before the boot camp, I used to just work at Chick-fil-A. I didn't know how many more oil burns or bags of flour I could take covering me, So I thought it was time to actually start my career. And I found out about the bootcamp actually from two of my friends who are here today, Dylan and Logan, and they helped me get started with all of that. But the site I have made is called NBA Insights. It's a site where the user can go to look at statistics or just look around the league, see what players are on which team, look at the homepage to see which teams play today, and then for people who, like I said, are more statistic oriented, they can search through all of the players that are currently in the league and view their stats. The tech stack that I had was I built the front end with Next.js, and then I built my own API in Django, pulling from other APIs, building up my database. But as far as I know, that pretty much covers everything. If you would like to come and ask more questions about it, I will be over there with the rest of everybody else.
Hey everybody, my name is Tyler Stamm. Before I began this boot camp, I was a teacher. I worked in public education for about 5 years. I taught middle school social studies for 5 years, 4 years in Fayette County, 1 year in Louisville. And so if you've ever met a middle schooler, I don't think I have to explain to you why I wanted to switch careers. No, I'm kidding. Middle schoolers they're okay. So my project is called Movie Mixer. And one of the big reasons why I wanted to get into software development was because I wanted to show my creative side more. I always felt like I was a creative thinker, but I wasn't necessarily like an artist. Can't really draw a straight line. But with code, you can create that yourself. And so in my project, the main kind of motivation for it is it's a random movie generator. Now, I love my wife. I love her to death. But one thing I will say about her, since she's not here, is that she can't make a decision to save her life. A lot of times on Friday nights, we've had a long week. She's a teacher. I've been doing the boot camp. We love to just kind of sit around and watch a movie. But the problem is we can never decide on a movie, right? And it's like that with food. It's like that with a lot of different things. But when I thought about my capstone project, I was like, this would be a great tool that I could use for my project and also make my life a lot easier. So when you look at the project, the homepage is right here on the left. You can see that you can just get any kind of random movie. When you click on it, it's just going to give you a random movie. It's from an API that has over 9 million different movies in it. Now, if you log in, if you sign up, it'll actually filter through different criteria. So it'll ask you, what genre movie do you want to watch? What decade movie do you want to watch? About how long do you want to watch a movie? Do you want a movie that has really good reviews, or do you not care as much about that? Overall, I really enjoyed building the project. I definitely had a lot of issues trying to fetch data from an API. These APIs online are full of all kinds of information, but it's one thing to be able to get the data. It's another thing to be able to get it and then display it the way that you want it. So that was kind of a major challenge for me throughout the project. Other than that, like I said, I really enjoyed this project because it was something that was kind of fun and creative, but it was also something that I could use just for my own life. So again, my name is Tyler Stamm. Up here I have my GitHub and my LinkedIn, and you're welcome to come to my booth later and get a random movie. Thanks.
All right, good afternoon. My name is Shawn Vera, and previously I worked as a customer account manager at a logistics company in Huntington, West Virginia. I decided to move to Lexington, Kentucky because I got married in January. And talking with my wife last autumn, she actually had a friend that went through a previous cohort, and she recommended Awesome Inc. As you know, I'd already had a bachelor's degree in management information systems. And with that bachelor's degree, I always had an interest in technology. So it kind of went hand in hand. After doing some research about Awesome Inc. and talking to the little chat on the website, I found it would be a good fit. And so after much talk and decision making, I decided to leave my position that I'd been at a long time and move here and switch into tech, into programming specifically, which led me to what my project is. My inspiration for the project was from my previous position. I actually oversaw like millions of pounds of inventory across 2 separate warehouse management systems, SAP and Cadre Cadence. My project is trying to, for small to medium companies that don't want all of the bulk, but still want some of the functionality. It's meant to, you have a login that's only supplied by the admin, so not just anybody can get into your inventory. You would log in and then you'd have several different customers to choose from. After you would choose your customer, you would then move to pick your product. It would actually filter and only show you products for whichever customer you're looking at currently. It gives you the ability to add a product. You can edit a product or even delete the product from there, from the database, all from the app. It works on the mobile as well as a desktop application. I've definitely learned a lot through this process, especially with agile development. There's a lot of value in that, I believe. It was deployed with Google Cloud and Vercel, and it was just an overall very good experience and a very good time, and I look very much forward to my future career in this industry. Again, my name is Shawn Vera. You can reach me on GitHub with the contact information behind me. Have a great day. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Shawn, and thanks, everyone. One more round of applause for all our presenters today. All right. So up next, couple notes. So one group I didn't call out earlier, but we're very glad to have you here, are any prospective employers. So thank you all so much for joining us today. Hope you get a chance to have some good conversations with our grads at their demo tables. Everyone shared their contact info through their individual slides, but if you go to awesomeinc.org/alumni or scan that code, you can see that in aggregate. So all of our students are listed on there, including our alumni from since the fall of 2016. So you can check that out. Our last step for today will be demo tables, and we'll get to those in just a second. One announcement is that our next upcoming boot camp, for which registration is still open, is our Spring 2024 program that begins in March, and applications for that are open through Friday, January 19th. If you go on a Tinder date and it's not working out so well, you can always refer someone here. So, all right, that's all we got. Feel free to check out the demo tables. Thanks for coming, everyone.